Hi, I'm Sarah Lacy. Welcome to TechCrunch TV. My guest today is a very persistent entrepreneur from Sweden who has been emailing tips at TechCrunch constantly with these very passionate, emotive emails about doing this startup from Sweden and how much they want to be on TechCrunch. And what can I say? I have a soft spot for international entrepreneurs, so I invited him on the show. Hey, Peter, how's it going?
Hey, thank you so much for having us on. Yeah, you are right. We have been mighty persistent. We're big fans of TechCrunch even before starting this venture, so it's kind of like a little dream come true to be on here.
Awesome. So, Vacation Relation, tell us about the site. And I understand you. We should tell the audience you've been up for 3 days trying to finish this site. So, if you're a little loopy, maybe that's you, but maybe that's just the sleep deprivation talking.
I'm very loopy right now, but to give you kind of a breakdown of how the site came about, basically last summer I was traveling. My uncle had won a lawsuit and had received the payment and decided to use the payment to take 40 members of our family out on a family cruise.
Jesus, what was the lawsuit?
He was a New York firefighter.
Oh, wow.
So, exactly. So won the lawsuit, decided to, share the wealth with the family. So we all went on a big cruise. And the problem was no one was my age within my family. So I was using all my social media. I was searching on Twitter, searching on, using Facebook and trying to find other people that would be on the cruise because at different ports we were landing at, I wanted to see what people my age were doing. I wanted to see, who was going to be there. And what happened was it's kind of human nature. By the third or fourth day on the cruise, you kind of were eyeing everyone up. You've seen people your age, but you hadn't actually said hello. Mm-hmm. And then by the fifth or sixth day of the cruise, we finally said, hello, where you're from? Wow, you're from South America. I'm from New York. I'm from San Francisco. And all these great conversations happened, and everyone was saying, well, where were you this whole time? Mm-hmm. So after the cruise, I said, okay, there has to be a way to socialize the travel experience because some of the best experience that I have when I travel, and I've backpacked Australia before, I've backpacked Europe twice, and the best experience are the people I meet. So I wanted to find a way that we can connect, and instead of using an online travel community, no one wants to create a new username, password, and have all the messaging on another channel. Mm-hmm. We decided to utilize the Facebook API, and we've done it in a few, innovative ways that's a little different than what other people are doing out there.
Mm-hmm. So how does it work? Because what you're describing is sort of an awkward human nature thing. I mean, it's almost more natural to go up and hit on someone in a bar than it is to go up to someone on a cruise and say, hey, will you be my friend because you look cool?
Well, the way it works for the site is basically you log in, tell us where you're going. So imagine you're going to Venice, and even if I'm going, let's say, with my girlfriend, and we're going to be there for 7 days, but we decide, this actually happened this summer. We went to Venice, and it's pretty stale at night. There's not a lot to do, and we were looking for other couples our age, and it seemed like all the other couples there were older couples, and we just wanted to go out, have some drinks, have a good time with someone our age. So a site like this, basically you would log in, it takes your demographics and it matches you up so you can search by demographics. So say you want to find in Venice another couple that's traveling in your age group, you have the ability to directly message them through Facebook. But what we've done is if you feel kind of awkward doing that, what we've done is in the back end, we actually create a Facebook event for every destination in the world and we invite everyone else going there. So we create the event, we invite the person, and we RSVP. So now that event wall acts as kind of a general forum. So you can kind of pose questions with people. Hey, what's everyone doing on Saturday night? Do you know while we're in Miami if there's anything going on? You can pose meetups. And the cool thing is you can also search people by interest. So I'm a surfer and I'm a snowboarder. So say I was going to Buenos Aires and none of my friends surf and I wanted to find a surf buddy. Using the filter system, I've selected beforehand that I'm a surfer and I'm interested in surfing, I'd be able to find surfers my age, possibly staying around my hotel, so it makes it a whole lot easier.
So is this just within your friend network, or is this Facebook wide? So you're able to just basically look throughout the entire Facebook universe and see who's interested in snowboarding?
Exactly. Well, what people, of course, have to log into our site. Okay. So what we're doing is, what we've seen is a lot of these social sites that are out there now, they try to do one of two things. First of all, they try to show you where your friends are going and if you have a common overlap with one of your friends. Now, the likelihood that I'm going to be in Dubai when my friend is also in Dubai is highly, highly unlikely. The second thing a lot of social apps are doing out there is they're creating something on your Facebook wall post, and your friends are supposed to comment and give you hints. So if I'm going to Buenos Aires, all of a sudden my friends are supposed to comment and get all social with me. But what we say is we look at this totally different. There's a few competitors out there like GoGoBot or Gtrot. We say that your friends really don't care about your vacation. They really don't. The people that are excited about your upcoming vacation are other people that are going, are other people that are going to be there at the same time, and are other people that are in the same information seeking mode. So those are the people that have been researching online just like you, and are eager to see who's going to be there and what's going on.
Okay, cool. We're running out of time, but I want to talk a little bit about doing this startup in Sweden. So you kind of wound up in Sweden on a fluke. They give free education, I guess, and also have hot women and I don't know what else there's. Snow.
Hot women on bicycles. See, I'm a sucker for hot women on bicycles.
And free education. Let's not forget the free education.
The free education was a nice little tidbit. Basically, I was working in San Francisco. I was working in finance. I was trying to do an internet startup, but it's impossible to do one if you're working full time. And I was just getting sick of the financial world. So I had known a Norwegian girl from living in Australia and backpacking Europe. And I remember her telling me that Scandinavians had this free education thing going on. I did a little research and I found out that the only one left was actually Sweden. So I applied to the program, and my friends couldn't believe it when I got in that they offered even foreigners free master program. I mean, no strings attached. You don't have to sign anything. If you get accepted, you just come over here and start studying. It was pretty incredible. And so I put that on top of beautiful blondes, and trust me, there really are the most beautiful blondes you've ever seen here.
You realize you're talking to a woman. That's not going to really motivate me to come to Sweden. I'm going to need more than beautiful blondes.
But this is going to hit a male audience too, and I have to say.
I like the marketing old school microphone. Okay, so tell us other things about doing a startup in Sweden.
Okay, so the cool thing about doing startups in Sweden is that they have a really good atmosphere for it. I guess the big names that came out of Sweden are Skype and now Spotify. But we had an incubator directly at our university, and they had a bunch of consultants. And we actually never went into the actual incubator because we had office space, but we went there for consulting whenever they had events, whenever they had mentoring, and they got us in touch with a whole bunch of different professionals. And Sweden also has a competition here that's called the Venture Cup competition, and it's for startups that are in all different spheres. So it's not just web startups. But through that, we were given a mentor from a guy that does a company called Firm Factory, and they focus on e-commerce and social websites. So that was a lot of help. And an additional thing that they have here is what's called the ALMI Innovation Grant. And basically, they award this to innovative products. So we applied as a web application. And it was funny because usually web applications never get selected. It's more brick and mortar type things. So we were super psyched when they came back and first of all, believed in the product, and then gave us the financial boost that we needed to get this thing off the ground.
Cool. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Is it live now, finally?
Yes, the site is live and up, so everyone check it out, upload a trip, and have some fun on it.
Vacationrelation.com.